Spotify is one of the biggest streaming services in the world with 35% market share in 2019. I think that Spotify's success is largely due to their way of personalizing the customer experience. So I am Sophia and I am a consultant that Spotify hired, and I just wanted to briefly go over the ways that you're utilizing your data and some other recommendations. So I just wanted to start off by saying that I really think that you are doing a great job of personalizing the user experience by really keeping relevant songs out there, by looking at what users are listening to, and making sure that Spotify is delivering high quality music and the such. I also think it's really impressive in how you're using your data to help the artists themselves to figure out what their fans want, and so they can produce better and just overall do better. So I also think that it's really great how you're tailoring to marketing ads and being able to use that information to look into what exactly the consumer is skipping and what they like and what they don't like, and then being able to take that and pinpoint what ad would be good for what consumer. So tailoring those ads to the right consumers to be able to get a better click-through rate, being able to get more customers to look at that product. It's just overall a better marketing strategy. And I think that usage of data is really important. I also think that the use of data to personalize, as I said before, to personalize the customer experience is extremely important. I think it's really impressive how you're able to make personalized playlists and song recommendations and things like that. But I also wanted to talk about the way that you use unstructured data, because I know that's a lot harder to use, but I know that Spotify is using the program that's called, I believe, Spotify for Brands, which basically looks into the intent behind listening to certain music, and taking that and making better music recommendations or better ad recommendations. I think that's just really impressive. I also wanted to talk about some one-to-one marketing, some ways that you were meeting those steps. So I see that step one would be to identify the customer's needs and to get to know them better. And I think that Spotify is doing a great job at this, at really using their data on what the customer likes and what they skip to better understand their customers' preferences. Step two would just be to differentiate between the customers, and like I've said multiple times, the way that Spotify personalizes so many different things really shows how much they differentiate between the customers. So not simply clicks or transactions to Spotify. They're more than that. They are a unique person, and that's shown in the way that they personalize stuff for their customers. Step three would be to interact with the customers and find ways to improve cost efficiency and effectiveness of the interaction. So I think that, clearly Spotify is a free app, so we have that there for cost efficiency. But it's not just like Spotify isn't getting any money through that, because we have ads, and that's a great way for getting money. But also, you have also this option to get a subscription, and you get different benefits from that. But I just think that the way that you have your app set out is really impressive and cost efficient. I also think that the way that you are continuously, you're always improving the customer experience by A/B testing and figuring out which features work better and which ones don't, and listening to the customer's ideas on that. I also wanted to talk about step 4, which is basically just customizing some aspects of the goods or services that you offer to each customer. So that would be like making song recommendations, like I said many times previously, and making personalized ads and customizing, being able to let the customer customize some of their playlists, I think is really interesting. And then you have your Discover Weekly, which I find really interesting and unique about Spotify, and I know that's not something that you find in Spotify or Amazon Music. They don't have something like Discover Weekly, and I think that's something that just keeps bringing people back, and I think that's really great. I also wanted to make a couple of suggestions that might be innovative to Spotify and you might find interesting and might want to do in the future. But I was thinking a smart wheel. So it would basically be like your car steering wheel, but it has Spotify integrated into it and like some voice control commands. So while you're driving, you could you don't have to be on your phone and sift through like what you want to play. You can just use your voice to the steering wheel and be able to choose what songs you want, either by voice or something else that we have planned out on the steering wheel. I think that might be a good idea. And I was also thinking, I thought this was actually really interesting, that we could do a like a wristband, like a smart wristband that would be able to communicate your heart rate or some other type of metric to your phone and to Spotify, and through that be able to make song recommendations for like working out. I think that could be actually really great for working out, to be able to personalize your songs based off of your heart rate and other movement that you're doing, and using those other metrics. I think that could be really beneficial. And I know that many gym users are always looking for new songs to listen to while they're working out. I think this could be a great feature. So thanks for listening.